You have the same pedal, the Nux Atlantic. It was a gift from Joe. That's awesome. If we go to stop and then to pedals, you can see this pedal here. You can tap on it and it'll tap the digital delay to the beat that's playing. And then you can tap on the right one and it'll give a shimmer. Then we can put on the synthesizer.
We have now more than 500,000 customers where the power has been restored. We are still aiming at restoring more than 800,000 by the end of today.
Officials say strong winds could affect crews' work today and cause more outages. About 1,400 workers were sent out to restore power today. That's in addition to the 1,000 workers deployed yesterday. Officials say some customers could remain without power throughout the holiday weekend. The CBC's Kwabina Oduro is tracking developments in Montreal and has more now on how people there are coping.
I'm in the Villeray borough in Montreal where you can really see the aftermath of Wednesday's storm. There is a tree that is damaged.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. To this world we're thrown. The dog without a bone, an actor out alone. Riders on the storm. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Frankie MacDonald. Feel free to ask questions on the chat board, and Frankie will ask them. We have Sky of the Universe, Pat, here.
Hi, Pat, Sky of the Universe. I'm doing great so far.
What did you have for your lunch today, Frankie?
I had EST Montreal's pizza.
We had, I didn't have lunch today, but I had a bagel for breakfast. We just played a song called Weather Storm by the group Massive Attack. They're a band from London, England, and it's got a nice loop in it. Weather Storm. What's going on with the weather, Frankie?
It's getting worse all the time around the world.
Here right now, Frankie, if we look out the window cam, if I can find it, we have smog warning, and if you go outside, you can kind of taste and see the smoke in the air. We have forest fire smoke in our area today.
It's really, really, really bad, causing a lot of fires in Quebec because burning too much fossil fuels all over the world, especially dictatorship countries.
Oh, the chat board is working. We have Jeeve Stones in Oklahoma. What happened there, Frankie? Oklahoma.
A lot of tornadoes and hail and things like this going on right now.
A lot of really, really bad tornadoes. Tell us about it, Jeeve. Jeeve is asking, Frankie MacDonald, what is the largest hail ever recorded?
Somewhere in South Dakota, grapefruit size.
And that reminds me, Frankie, I'm going to do this segment later called This Day Today, and I'll just skip to it. In 1882, there was 17-inch hailstones weighing 1.75 pounds in Dubuque, Iowa.
It was really bad.
17 inches. That's like the size of like a grapefruit or something.
Just imagine if it's a hail size of the basketball.
What does that mean? What would happen when they hit the ground?
Total destruction. If it's a hail size of the house.
Yeah, it'd be total destruction. It would hurt people. So you have to take weather really seriously. The last 3 months, we've had an ice storm, a flood, and forest fires in the last 3 months.
If there is a hail size of the planet Earth.
What would that mean?
Doomsday.
Doomsday, not good at all, is it? So we have everything working. I'm here on my own, so you have to give me a minute while I get everything ready. We have Frankie MacDonald live at this time every Friday at 2 p.m. Montreal time, 3 p.m. Montreal time, and it's 4 p.m. for you, isn't it, Frankie?
It's 12 p.m. Trevor's time. In Imogen Bailey's time.
Let me check the desk in case I miss anything. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. So yeah, we're talking about guitar pedals and things like that. We're doing music. Now we're talking with Frankie. I'm reading the board. It is 8:51 p.m. in Slovakia. You want to say hi to Stefan?
Hi, Stefan. I'm doing great so far.
Why do you not reserve some rooms in our hotel? What does it say here? I can't see. It's better on this. Why do not you reserve some rooms at a hotel and you guys will party? So Stefan works at a hotel now. It's kind of just like the Overlook Hotel in the movie The Shining. It's a hill on a mountain in the middle of Europe. And would you like to go visit Stefan on your world tour, Frankie?
Going to every single country in the world.
Would you go to Slovakia?
Yes, even Asia.
What if they don't understand English? What will you do?
Translator. Even Southeast Asia. What about Africa? What about Oceania? Even Antarctica?
If you go to Transylvania, you can have a Transylvania translator while watching The Terminator.
Then there'll be even Russia.
Even Russia as well, that's right. So yeah, if you want to see Frankie every week at this time, don't forget to subscribe and like and all that time. Frankie, how's your YouTube channel been doing?
Great so far. Guys try to see 50 hot dogs once has 1.9 million views.
That's incredible. 1.9 million. That's amazing, Frankie. What do you have to do to get your gold YouTube button?
Before Clowns and Trolls in 2012, before Clowns and Trolls took over, I did a guy try to see 50 hot dogs at once on May 21st, 2012. That's before the YouTube changed.
Yeah, we have Stefan in Slovakia saying, yes, Frankie, come to Slovakia.
Not only that, but Japan.
And you want to go to Japan as well, eh? I've always wanted to go to Japan.
In Australia. In New Zealand.
Australia and in New Zealand. So the weather has been freaking out over here, Frankie. Quebec, forest fires are still going on. The smoke is coming over our city today. And I looked up the air quality, and it's poor. We have poor air quality.
It was really bad.
But know what's happening? They're celebrating the Formula car race in Montreal this weekend while there's forest fires going on that were caused by cars. So they're having a car festival during... Anyway, you get what I mean. What can we do to reduce climate, to fix climate? Can we fix climate change, Frankie?
Reduce burning fossil fuels everywhere in the world, including Russia, China, and all those places, all military dictatorship countries.
What else is going on in the world right now, Frankie?
The sun will become the red giant 7 billion years from now.
That's true. The sun is expanding, so that heats up the planet as well, right?
Yeah.
Can you give us a weather report for this weekend in North America, Frankie, please?
In the world. In the entire planet, all across North America, there's lots of rain going on in Montreal this weekend, too. More rain in the forecast and showers in Ontario and things like this. Lots of rain hitting for Vancouver, British Columbia, and Alberta, those places.
And what's the weather over in Europe this weekend?
In Asia, too. And over in Europe, it's supposed to be lots of thunderstorms and showers in Croatia, Bosnia, Greece, and Albania, and those places. In the United Kingdom, supposed to get some rain in London, England, this Sunday and Monday coming up. It's good. Norway, Finland, Sweden as well. As for Japan, India is going to get a lot of monsoon season this year.
What about in Australia? What's going on there right now?
Getting colder there right now. There's a lot of storms coming off the coast of Japan right now. Lots of heavy rain going on and thunderstorms going on in southern China right now, including Wuhan, China, Beijing, China, Vietnam, Laos, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Myanmar, and Bangladesh are bringing a lot of thunderstorms and rain right now, too.
Frankie? Bzzz. There's a bee in your room, Frankie.
The cyclone just hit India-Pakistan border.
I'm saying that because Monica is here and she says, "Hey, Frankie, nice haircut."
Monica. Hi, Monica. I'm doing great so far.
Monica says, "I like your new haircut, Frankie. I just got my haircut too, but I'm bald, so it doesn't make much difference." So we both got our haircuts, and Patrick, Sky of the Universe, he got his haircut too.
Gerard Coombs is my barber. He cut my hair. A lot of thunderstorms and rain going on in Nigeria, Ghana, and all those places in Africa right now. South Africa's winter starts on this Wednesday coming up.
Welcome.
Then it got a lot of cold air in southern south coast of South Africa right now. Lots of dry weather going on in Botswana, Mozambique, Madagascar, and all these places right now. And
I'd like to... Okay, go on, Frankie.
And Zimbabwe and those places. It's drier there right now.
Trying to cover the name there. Hello and welcome to Donnie Murdoch. Welcome, Donnie. I want to say hi to Donnie.
Hi, Donnie. I'm doing great so far.
Frankie, from Monica, can you sing happy birthday to Caitlin for me?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Monica's daughter, Caitlin. Happy birthday to you.
So you see, I put the chat in the little box there on the lower left. I got to fix it. I haven't had time to do it. It only works when it's live, so I'm going to fix that in a little bit. Frankie, what are you going to do this weekend?
Yes.
I mean, what are you going to do this weekend? Are you on your phone there? Okay, what's happening on the internet, Frankie?
I'm letting other people know the Big Sky Show right now.
Hey, great, fantastic. Yeah, everybody do what Frankie MacDonald's doing right now. And share this out on your social media, because I don't have any social media, so I don't know what's going on. What's going on in the world, Frankie?
And somewhere in the other parts of the world, they had an earthquake in Chile, and they had another earthquake near Tonga.
Sky of the Universe, YouTuber in Montreal, everyone follow him, is asking, Frankie, what is hurricane season going to be like?
It's going to be really bad in September.
How bad? It's because it started off early, right?
Yeah.
There's El Nino, and then there's what's after that? There's another...
El Nino, the warm waters of the Pacific, is going to cause really bad typhoon season in the Pacific.
And there's another one called La something?
Yeah.
Isn't there another weather event that happens after El Nino?
La Nina.
La Nina. What does that do? Tell me about that. I don't know. Please stand by. We've got some technical things going on right now. Larry, the producer, and Frankie MacDonald are sending out the Bass Guy show to their friends. Invite a few people. And we're here in the name of fun.
I like to say, hi, Nelson Peabody. I'm doing great so far.
Who's Nelson Peabody?
The guy on Compound Media.
Okay. So anyone who's new to this show, we have Frankie from Nova Scotia here. My name's Jack. I'm in Montreal, and I've been streaming live on this show since 2013. Stefan was one of our first viewers. So we've been streaming for almost 10 years. And I've been busy this year, Frankie, because I'm doing a project where I release all of the old Bass Guy shows are on private, and I'm re-releasing 3 or 4 of them a day, editing them, putting up a new thumbnail and artwork and tags and all that stuff. And then I try and make it short, and it takes up all my time, and I'm slowly releasing 10 years worth of content. It's good to support music, to support your local entertainer instead of Facebook and Netflix and all that. Support Sky and Frankie and whomever. Go get yourself a Frankie MacDonald bobblehead. I'm holding the one with the blue T-shirt. Which edition is that, Frankie?
They get the Cowboy Frankie MacDonald bobblehead coming soon.
Cowboy. This is I think the first one ever. It's just you in a black trousers and a blue T-shirt, and it says "Be Prepared." It's my favorite one. And I got the book and the action figure. Is there action figures available still?
They're sold out.
They're sold out. Oh, cool. So I've got an action figure, so if anyone wants to buy it for $1 million, get in touch with Larry. What is hurricane season going to be like? And Frankie, what do you think this fall is going to be like, autumn?
It's going to be warmer than average temperatures all across eastern North America. And the leaves will be changing colors up in Inuvik Northwest Territories in August.
So the proof is in the pudding. People all over the world can see that this climate change thing is not a hoax, as a lot of people think. And it's real, and it's in the air. You can just look out my flipping window, Frankie, and you can see it. Everything's a bit yellowish, and there's smoke in the air.
So it's really bad there.
Frankie, what movies and TV and stuff have you been watching lately?
I saw the movie 65 last night.
What is that movie about?
That means it's like you're going up to space, and if you're not a planet and things like this, you should see movie 65.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out if someone can send me a link to that. And so we have Monica in Quebec. We have Stefan in Slovakia. We have Sky of the Universe in Montreal. You're in Nova Scotia, and I'm in the West Island of Montreal. And we're live every week at this time. Frankie, what is life all about?
The life is all about when somebody's born, when they die. Everyone does that.
Everybody has their time on the planet Earth, right? And we should use it to be happy and be nice to each other. And it's not all about money and consuming. You can just sit down on a bench and look at a tree. I highly recommend it. Yeah, I can't see the text. YouTube is a bit silly because I'm looking at the chat, and there's that new heart thing that copies Periscope, Jeev, where you can do like hearts, and it covers the text. It gets in the way, and I don't see a get rid of button. But if I look over here, I see that, yeah, the chat is not working properly. That's weird.
If somebody turned the house in a nightclub, what does that mean?
That means if someone's playing music and they're going, turn down the music, and then they call the police, and the police come, and there's a bouncer at the door. The cop's like, why are you a bouncer at the door?
The father cracked.
He says, yeah, I'm the father. I cracked. I couldn't take the lockdown during coronavirus, so I went and maxed out the family credit card, and I turned my house into a nightclub and painted the walls and a disco ball and loud music. And the guy says, come on in for a drink, officer.
The police will say, who's the owner of the house?
I am, officer.
They say, do you have a permit for it? No, I don't.
No, is in the cops. It says, is this a residential or commercial area?
Residential.
Do you have a license for this operation?
No.
Put your hands behind your back. You're coming with us. He throws him in the back of the paddy wagon, and then he takes him to the jail.
What does that mean?
Means that there was a guy selling hot dogs or something, right, outside his house?
Yeah.
What was he
The guy with
selling?
the hot dog cart.
Hot dog cart. Did he have a permit?
What happens if he does have a permit? What does that mean?
Oh, he goes, oh, you have a permit. Clear. You're free to go now, sir.
What about the bouncer? What about the owner of the house?
The owner of the house, he went to jail because he didn't have a license to turn his
Did the
house
wife
into a
was
nightclub.
paid?
Monica says, thank you, Frankie. Jeeve says, I once looked in the pudding and there was no proof. I wish the chat box was working. It's not working properly on the show. We've changed computers and setups and everything, so we're going through this process, but we're able to run several videos at the same time now, and we got things working. We can fade to black. Frankie, what is your next move in life?
If I go on the world tour, I'm going to every single country on the planet.
Which countries would you visit first?
All of them. Every single one of them.
At the
Non-stop,
same-
never ending.
And you would never come back, would you?
I'll be super busy.
Ultimate busy. What about after 20 years? Do you think you'd come back and visit Nova Scotia?
No, it's to continue.
Continue, okay. And what are you going to do on your tours?
Doing speeches and things like this, dance on stage, things like this. And doing comedy skits and things like this.
Sky of the Universe says he has to go back to work. If you want to, we can wish him a happy weekend to you too, Pat.
Happy weekend, then, Pat.
Are you having fun so far?
Yes, I'm having fun so far.
I filmed it and sent it to, I can't see the whole message because the YouTube thing is in the way. I filmed it and sent it to her. Okay, there you go. So your message has been received and sent forward. What would you like to say to the future people of the world in 1,000 years from now?
That means, hi everyone, in the future, I'm doing good so far.
How's Rob doing?
Robin's doing good so far.
Rob, we're wishing you the best. The Rob and Slim Show. That was a good time, eh? How many times did you appear?
Lots of times. And the Rob and Slim Show's final episode is May 25th, 2022.
Okay, they've stopped. Do you think they might make a comeback one day?
Don't know yet.
Steel City or Dooley's tonight?
Both of them, Steel City and Dooley's tonight. Did you hear about that Gary Dino still doing the show?
Gary and Dino, they're in Los Angeles, right?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix. Will you tell them that Bass Guy said hi, okay?
Yes.
Are you having fun so far today?
I'm having fun so far.
Me too. I've been really, really busy doing all my editing, Frankie. That's why I haven't answered the phone so much and I can't keep up with all the work. But I'm having fun doing it. But I am a little bit worried about the air quality. It's one thing to have bad weather and whatnot and floods and ice storm, but when your air is no good, there's nowhere really to run. It just comes into the house. They say that the weather is going to continue to stay dry in Quebec and it's going to be a long fire season.
In fall, too.
Do you think Joey Only might come to Quebec to help put out the fires?
Don't know yet.
They're sending over firefighters from Spain and France and Australia our way. Hello to Bunny Crusher. Hello, Brian.
I'm Bunny Crusher. I'm doing great so far.
Bunny Crusher. Let's hear it for Brian. More advertising. LOL. I don't even know what I just said. So, well, we're talking about everything. We're talking about Robin Slim Show, Gary and Dino, and everybody. We like to support everybody, even if it's just talking about it. Also, everyone follow Jeeve Stones, who's on the chat board with us. He's an amazing guitarist and musician in Oklahoma, and he has a lot of amazing videos that he produces himself. Frankie, what do you do on Sunday mornings?
I go on Jason Marshall. We don't have cookie show.
And he just had his birthday, isn't it?
Yes.
Didn't he? Okay, great. Let's see if we have anything to show here. I don't know if I loaded anything. I'll go to the Frankie page. And we have, we have this. And we have Frankie saying, you had a great day. We'll just watch this. It takes 1 second.
Hey, everybody. I'm doing good so far. Here I am. I'm having a great day. I'm doing really well these days. I'm having a great day.
And thank you, Frankie, for the time that you put on the Bass Guy shirt. And you did a video. What was it raining?
It was raining in Montreal yesterday, thunderstorms.
I'm asking, like, the video you made where you're wearing a Bass Guy t-shirt. And you were saying it's raining something.
Yes.
I forget what it is. Let me just take it off here because I forget what it is. Frankie, great day. I can't find it. Never mind. But thank you for that, Frankie. And what's your favorite place to film? Is it in the field by the bleachers?
Yes, that's the one. They're getting severe weather in Oklahoma and in Arkansas, Missouri. Springfield, Missouri's getting severe thunderstorms with hail and tornadoes and things like this.
Monica says that explains the air traffic at our airport. Probably something to do with the forest fire smoke. And she says there's nothing but rain where you are. You're in Bonaventure. Is that right, Frankie? Monica?
Monica's in Bonaventure, and I'm in Sydney.
So you're more up. Is that more up north? I forget the map.
Bonaventure, Quebec is more north than Sydney.
Wow, so be careful up there. And sometimes, like the other week, all the smoke went to New York. What happened to New York with the smog, Frankie?
It acted like Blade Runner 2049, the sky.
It did. It looked like Blade Runner at night, eh? It was that kind of, what do they
Blade
call
Runner
that?
in the day.
They call it synth. There's a whole movement online called synthwave, which kind of looks like the thing behind me where it's all like Tron and lines and stuff like that. The movie Blade Runner, 1984, all these kind of films like that, they're becoming true. Like my favorite film is Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, by Stanley Kubrick. And he was a genius, and he made a movie about the Cold War. Are we in a Cold War now, Frankie?
Russia's getting worse all the time.
Well, we can still be happy within, right? We can just still listen to music and be happy and put our heads in the sand. Hey, Frankie, do you know any jokes?
There's a bee in your room.
Wait a minute. I don't see a bee. Bzzz. Have you ever had a bee in your room before, for real?
What?
Have you ever actually had a bee in your room before?
Somewhere in a house.
Somewhere in the house. Right beside Newfoundland. Okay, so right beside Newfoundland across from NB. Suppose the chat is okay like that for now. So yeah, Frankie, thanks for being with us today. I hope you had fun. If you want to round up the weather and give some advice to
It's gonna
people.
bring lots of rain all across Eastern North America this weekend, including Montreal, dates like this. It's gonna weaken trade winds. It's gonna cause a lot of really bad Sahara Desert, dry dust air coming all the way from Sahara Desert this late June, July, and August. It's gonna bring so much sand going all the way to Florida.
All the way to Florida. What's the weather in Florida?
Lots of thunderstorms and rain going on right now.
Be careful out there. There's a lot of storms going on, and who knows what's going to happen next, eh?
Climate change.
Climate change. What can any advice to people for staying safe and what we can do about climate change?
Reduce burning fossil fuels altogether.
Thanks for being with us, Frankie. Will you call back next week at the same time?
Best luck to you. I'm Frank Dow. You're listening to Bass Guy Show.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Frankie. Frankie MacDonald! Frankie MacDonald! In 2010, it was 2010. The world's first countrywide total tobacco ban was in Bhutan, Asia. You'll see a theme going on here. See if anyone can notice the theme. It's kind of systemic. It's not very nice on the This Day Today list that I found online. In 1976, South African police killed hundreds of protesters in the Soweto uprising. It is now called Youth Day. So today is Youth Day in South Africa because the government was trying, kind of just like here in Quebec, the government was forcing people to speak Afrikaans. So the school children protested, and there was an uprising, and the police were beating up and killing children. On this day today, June 16th, 1967, the theme the theme I'm talking about. 1967, the Monterey Pop Festival began. The Summer of Love. I think it's 67. I think people always say 69 because of the number. Yeah, baby. But it's 1967, the Monterey Pop Festival, and we had imagine today's music. Back then they had Jimi Hendrix, The Who, Ravi Shankar, and Janis Joplin. This day today, June 16th, 2023, we had Valentina Tereshkova become the first woman in space. And she did 48 orbits around in the Vostok 6. And I can't see my writing. It was the Soviet Union back then, and she won the UN Medal of Peace. So there's that. First woman in space. 1960, June 16th, Alfred Hitchcock's film Psycho was premiered. We move to birthdays. Today is the birthday of Tupac. It's also the birthday in 1890 of Stan Laurel. That's Laurel and Hardy, OG entertainers. On June 16th, 1723, Adam Smith, the Scottish philosopher, economist, and son of a bitch, apparently, the invisible hand, was his birthday. June 16th, 1779, Spain declares war on Great Britain in support of France and US, and the war lasted 3 years, 7 months, and 2 weeks. June 16th, 1779, Anthony Wayne captures Stony Point in New Jersey, New York. 1815, Napoleon defeats Prussia, and it is his, that's hard to say, it is his last battle that he won. It's his last victory. So this is new. Let me know if you like it and what you think, and leave any comments about it. Here's something that relates to a question that Jeeve asked at the beginning of the show. In Frankie's presence. In 1882, 17-inch hailstones weighing 1.75 pounds dropped in Dubuque, Iowa. Here's a roller coaster one. Part of the reason I have spinal damage is because I fell off a roller coaster when I was about 10 years old. Hashtag true story at Park Safari in Quebec. They gave me a lollipop and went home and on the couch. Those were the old days. In 1884, the world's first roller coaster was used on Coney Island in New Jersey, I think. Where's Coney Island? I don't know. I don't know anything. We have John Abbott College right here, and I'd like to investigate Mr. John Abbott one day. 1891, John Abbott becomes Canadian's third Prime Minister, and he's the dude on the far right. Is that pun intended? I don't know. 1896, look at that. That's California in 1896. They hit 127 degrees Fahrenheit, 52.7, so almost 53 degrees, which today is crazy because Canada reached 51 last year, and it burnt down entire towns instantly. Crazy. The world premiere in 1902, June the 16th, this day today, The Wizard of Oz opens its first show in Chicago. Got more, unfortunately. And thank you, Stefan, for promoting the show and all that stuff. We've been doing this for 10 years, so sometimes when I need a break to fix things or make things work, just let it happen. 1903, June 16th, Ford Motor starts with Henry Ford. 1903, the same year, June 16th, Pepsi Cola Company is formed. 1904, on this day today, the novel Ulysses is released by James Joyce. James Joyce. I tried reading that book and I got through about 100 pages and I didn't have a clue what was going on. Give it a try, it's not easy. This is one that started all the comic book craze and all the Marvel stuff and all the Back to the Future. On June 16th, 1911, a small meteorite strikes a barn in Wisconsin. (1913) South Africa government restricts purchase or leases of land for native people. So in 1930, the Afrikaans, I don't know what it was called back then, but the government of South Africa made it illegal for natives to purchase land. So if you were there first and you were born there, then you don't have the right to buy land. Absolutely disgusting. Sorry about the small picture. This is one for Pat, if he watches it on the repeat. 1949, gas turbine electric locomotive is demonstrated in Pennsylvania. I can't even read my own writing. 1959, South Africa, apartheid government on June 16th, 1959. Efforts to remove black people from Cato Manor close to Durban. I stayed in Durban for many months. And was obviously met with resistance, so a lot going on in South Africa, eh? Apartheid, but also back here in the United States, things are not so great here too. In 1970, June 16th, 1970, Kenneth A. Gibson is elected the first black mayor of New York, New Jersey. 1970, in the States again, I think, 1970, race riots in Miami, Florida. So what I'm getting at here is, with all the history of racism and everything, the other stuff that's going on in the list is like white people making movies and white people having parties and festivals. So that's the theme I see there. 1971, racial disturbance in Jacksonville, Florida on this day today. This is what I mean. See? Now we changed the whole story completely. On June 16th, 1972, David Bowie releases his 5th album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and Spiders from Mars. Hello to Stefan and Frankie on the wall. 1976, Soweto uprising in South Africa, 10,000 students march. And let's see, this is exactly what I mean. We go to the privileged news, the privileged people news. 1978, the film Grease opens with John Revolting and Olivia Newton-John. 1980, on June 16th, the film The Blues Brother premieres. So if you want to watch a film tonight, I suggest The Blues Brothers. A lot of great music in it with Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi. Trying to find here. So this is 1989 on June 16th. Ghostbusters is premiered. Trying to get the stills right. 1989. Glastonbury Festival begins. This day today, 1990, You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer reaches number 8 on the charts. And I think it should have got number 1. We should try that. We'll jam Can't Touch This. I don't know how, but... And last one, in the white privileged world, in 1995, see the systemic thing going on here? In 1995, Batman Forever was released, and on the first weekend, they made $528 million watching a pretend white man in a suit fly around the sky. And that's this day today. Yeah, I know there's no sound on the video. I turned it off. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
Officials say strong winds could affect crews' work today and cause more outages. About 1,400 workers were sent out to restore power today. That's in addition to the 1,000 workers deployed yesterday. Officials say some customers could remain without power throughout the holiday weekend. The CBC's Kwabena Oduro is tracking developments in Montreal and has more now on how people there are coping.
I'm in the Villeray borough in Montreal where you can really see the aftermath of Wednesday's storm. There is a tree that is down right now and it's damaged 4 cars. And these cars are...
hectares have been burned. It's more than 4 times the area burned in the last 10 years combined.
La phase de sprint, elle est terminée.
Quebec's firefighting agency, Feu, now says the sprint is over, the marathon phase is starting. The situation on the ground has at least been stable, and reinforcements have given crews a second wind. New firefighters have arrived from New Brunswick and France. They'll boost the 800 already working, and more are on the way.
firefighters from the United States, Portugal, and Spain, around 300 of them on the next June the 12th.
Now, the fires have forced the evacuation of several towns. People were told to leave Montreal on the weekend. A few days later, the flames came within 500 meters of the town.
A Tim Hortons or a Couche-Tard coffee, come on down. You're watching a Bass Guy show. Now with more and less. You never have to, but if you like to, you can visit bassguyshow.com and you can help support independent. I could be thinking about anything. So before I wasn't even thinking, but now that I'm thinking about thinking, you don't even know about it because I'm not even moving my lips. Oh, I'm thirsty. Need a sip. Some sips. Oh, that's better. Liquid in my body, and then it goes out, goes back in. It's the cycle of water. So sorry, I'm thinking without moving my lips. I have about 30 albums available on bass on jackcasey.bandcamp.com. I've been playing music since I was about 7, so since 1983 or something like that, so 35 years, and my computer has frozen, so just give me a minute here. You can check out my albums. Everything is free. All my music is free, or name your own price. You can pay 1 penny or $1 billion. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and give us a thumbs up. And if you want to be like the cool kids at the back of the bus, like Monica, just picked up a Bass Guy Show shirt. We've sold 1 shirt this year, so thank you very, very much. And I'd like to thank my 9 Patreons. You know who you are. Thank you for keeping the show going. Patreon.com/Bass Guy Show. $5 a month to help the show. And you get hundreds of videos that no one else can see. And I'm tired because I've been working around the clock and whatnot, and I hope today's show worked and everything was okay. Careful out there, it's really yellow and sandy and everything. And we have Flint the Lint here. We forgot about Flint the Lint. We haven't seen Flint the Lint in about 8 years. He's the all being of space-time dimension, that's all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Flint the Lint. He's been on our show for 9 years. And that's Flint the Lint. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. So we have to go through the Stefan thing if you're still here. Frankie, never leave us, please. Well, thank you to all the Frankie MacDonald friends for saying hello. Sorry I missed the chat. I was busy playing music, but hello to... where's the chat board? Hello to Quebec Buff. Everybody follow Quebec Buff. Great fire engines, and I've had a lot of fire engines passing my street lately. I think they use my street to bypass the 2 and 20 Quebec Buff in St. Anne's, and they slip around my street and then they go up on the 20 and they miss the underpass, so they can get to where they're going faster, is what I think. Bass Guy, tell Frankie to come to Denver. Okay, Frankie, go to Denver. Hello, Pinelli and Lilac and everybody. I was playing some music. Sometimes I play some cover songs, whatever. I think I'll play one. I forgot to do This Day Today for Stefan's birthday, which was, if I just minimize some stuff here, June the 9th. So this is this day last week. This day last week. Let's see if we can get the thing up here. So... Larry, can you put some music on the background, please? Thank you. There we go. So that'll do for today. So this is June the 9th, which was Stefan's birthday, and I prepared a whole sheet and I forgot to do it, so why not do it instead of waste the work? So June the 9th, this day last week, was the year 53 AD. Roman Emperor Nero marries Octavia, and then he also dies later at the age of 68. So Roman Emperor Nero was born on the same day as Stefan in Slovakia. It was his birthday. Then we have 1534, on June the 9th, which is Stefan and Slovakia's birthday, Jacques Cartier is the first European to describe and map and stain the New World, the St. Lawrence River. In 1944, on this day, June 9th, which is Stefan's birthday, 99 civilians are hung from lampposts and balconies by German troops in Toulay, France. So that's awful. This day today, June 9th, on Stefan's birthday in 1972, rainfall causes dam to burst in the Black Hills of South Dakota, killing 238 people, $160 million of damage in 1972. Let's just say this week, today. In 1999, I was actually living in Poland, and I was near Kosovo. I remember the summer of 1999 in Poland. The Kosovo War Republic and the Republic of Yugoslavia and NATO sign a peace treaty. Milosevic, right? I hope everybody knows their history. Now we go to births. On Stefan's birthday, June the 9th, 1672, Peter the Great, the Russian emperor, was born. Cole Porter, you should know who he is. He's an American singer-songwriter, and he wrote a lot of the American songbook. He was born on the same day as Stefan in Slovakia. So was Les Paul, was born on June 9th, 1915. Les Paul guitar, that's what the guitar that Jimmy Page used in Led Zeppelin. 1934, Jackie Wilson, amazing soul singer, was born on 1934, June 9th. 1961, June 9th, Michael J. Fox has the same birthday as Stefan in Slovakia. Too bad Stefan isn't here. He's usually here, but he's missing this. So Stefan, you have the same birthday as Johnny Depp. You should check out that movie. It's called Arizona Dream, and it's got the music by Goran Bregovic, which is an Eastern European composer, and it's an amazing movie about neurosis and madness and whatnot. Johnny Depp is amazing in that film. And then Ian Banks died in 2013 on June 9th on Stefan's birthday, American Scottish modern author. And in 1870, Charles Dickens, that's my favorite book. I read that book in one day. I liked it so much. Great story, Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. He died on June 9th, is Stefan. And then Zdeněk Ratokulek, Czech poet and historian, passed away. Zdeněk Ratokulek, don't know how to pronounce it. National Hero Days in Uganda. And I've popped my I've popped my mic. I'm speaking too closely into it. And there's a new movie out, which I'm really interested in, by who does the film? I can't see the writing. It's Ben Kingsley, who did Gandhi, and he's in a new movie called Dali Land, about the surreal painter, my hero, Salvador Dali, an amazing painter. And I can't wait to see that. And it's about his later life in the 70s. His art was big in the 40s. And Salvador Dali is like a Michelangelo. He's just an amazing, prolific. And Ben Kingsley, the actor, said that he started acting because he was in the movie theater in 1954 in a little old tiny like Rialto theater. And this movie came out called Never Take No for an Answer. And the little boy in the film was called Papineau. And it looked just like himself, thought Ben Kingsley. And then someone in the cinema picked Ben Kingsley up when he was 5 years old and said, "Look, Papineau is in our cinema." It was like a joke, and they were laughing. And Ben Kingsley said that he knew from that day at the age of 4 that he wanted to become an actor because he felt like he could relate to the kid in the film from 1953, Italian film Never Take No for an Answer, which is available on YouTube for free, because everything is free. Artists and musicians and producers make stuff and people just watch it for free. Musicians don't need money. Artists don't need to get paid. Just watch it for free. Just listen to it for free. I'm not talking to the Patreons and the supporters, just the other 99% of people that watch. And then I checked out a thing called Liminal Spaces, which is a thing you can check out on YouTube. Liminal Spaces. Thank you, Monica. Liminal spaces is like the hallway in The Shining, or an old school that's been abandoned since like the 30s, and there's like this empty, eerie, kind of spooky, ghosty thing. So check out Liminal Spaces, it's pretty good. Ben Kingsley said art, or music, for example, music is empathy and transformation. And Ben Kingsley said that actors are haunted travelers in time assumed by souls. And then I watched a cool thing about a guy who invented telemark skiing. You might have seen the movie Telemark, 1940 World War II film. The real guy, his name's Dag, and he lives in the Kamloops in Canada, and he's hard to find. And there's some documentaries on him on YouTube for free. And he lives in the woods, and he hangs out with bears, and he goes and enters a marathon once a year and usually wins it. He's like 80 years old, and he's fit as hell. And that's about it. I just wrote all that stuff down last week and I forgot. So that's this day last week today on A Bass Guy Show. So thank you very much, Frankie. I don't see any bees in my room. There's no pizza on my other foot after. Frankie, I think you have like 5 CN Towers on your right foot. So let's turn off all the gimmicks and everything. And just want to talk to you. I'd like to talk to you about Jesus Christ. I'm just joking. So see, when I'm doing this show, my parts of my brain shut off. I've been doing this for 10 years. There's like 3 mixing desks and 3 foot pedals and projectors and people on the wall, and it's almost impossible to do. And I usually get over 2 viewers. And I'm going to go now because my mouth is dry, but I want to thank Frankie and Monica and Stefan and Sky of the Universe and the guys from Couche-Tard. Shout out to Gabriel, and shout out to everyone there for doing such a great job. The Couche-Tard is the local 7-Eleven where I live, the Circle K. Let us know about your convenience store. Do you have any convenience store stories? Tell Frankie he needs to pray for rain. Yeah, so we're going to pray for rain right now for you, Trevor. Let's do a prayer. Shaka. Wow, this Shaka shit really works. So there you go, there's some rain for you. Walk down the frickin' street with my chin up and a big feather out my hat. People be like, who's that guy? And then the guys over there would be like, I don't know, but he must look pretty frickin' important. That guy's cool. Oh, my brain is being immature and stupid again. Maybe I can think without moving my lips, but be super mature. I'll be mature without moving my lips. Today, I will organize my accounts, get all my files in order, and then I'll go down to the big building and investment for the thinking. Thinking is hard. Oh man. I wonder what I'm going to think about next. Maybe you're thinking too. You're not even moving your lips probably. You're probably just watching or listening and you're not moving your lips, but you're thinking a bunch of stuff. We're both thinking without moving our lips. Do you know what this means? Absolutely nothing. There's nothing in my brain. Let's listen to the sound of my brain. A total vacuum. My brain is a total vacuum. Oh man, thinking is hard. Well, guess I got to entertain the worlds for free. Must make more videos for free. So thank you for your time today and for watching A Bass Guy Show. Let's hear it for Trevor. Let's hear it for Frankie. Stefan, we just did a whole section about you and you missed it. It was about 10 minutes ago. I did a whole thing on your birthday. You missed it. Let's hear it for Stefan in Slovakia. Let's hear it for Monica in Quebec. Let's hear it for Patrick in Montreal. I actually saw the mothership in real life.
Are you ready? I introduce to you the mothership.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen some stuff in my life, but the shit just hit the fan. So a quick way to let you know how busy I've been today. You just watched episode 1561, I think, June 16th, 2023. I have reproduced and edited and new artwork and everything. I've released almost 500 videos this year. I put on a project, and I put no music or gimmicks. I have to tell the story to myself at least. I've been doing this show for 10 years this December. So last December, I decided all my videos were private. I had like 5 videos up of like 4,000. They're all private because I just got tired of doing everything for free and all that, and I was embarrassed of a lot of the stuff, and people judge you and all that. The crushing impending doom of self-worthiness and everything. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to put up all my old videos, 10 years worth of material, and every day I have a thing called This Day Today. So today is June the 16th. I think I released 4 videos. I don't have all of the videos in all the years, but I got most of it. So I released a video today 8 years ago. My mum and up a ladder, Thomas, my brother, up a ladder, my mum in a little cottage in Scotland, then his friend Joe comes by, Joe Nagy. He's half Russian, half Scottish, I think. And then Miles Steddon, one of the local residents, who's just an amazing guy, old man, walks by and says hello. So there's all this stuff going on. And that was 8 years ago today, June 16th. That's just one video. I take it, I edit it, I put new artwork, I change the date, I change all the tags and algorithm and all the links. It takes like an hour to do one, so I do about 4 a day. So sometimes it takes me 5 to 10 hours to do it. And I thought it would be an easy project, but then I realized I have to do this every day or I can't keep up. I can't take a day off. I don't take Sunday off. I'm working on editing from bed because I have spinal damage. I forgot to mention that. And I do on the computer, and I release one video a day from like 2016. 2015 we were even live and doing green screens back in 2015. So, and then 2017, 2019, and there's lots of Frankie MacDonald never seen before. And if anybody is ever interested in that, it's all for free, it's all for fun, and you can check that out on my community tab. So if you go to my YouTube channel, there's a live section. Most people always end up on the home page, which shows you a bit of everything. But if you go to the community tab, you can find This Day Today. And what I do is I put up all the videos from This Day Today from years ago, but then the next day I delete them all. I don't delete them, I delete them off the list on the community page. They're still there on a playlist. So that playlist of This Day Today has about 500 videos, and I've made them shorter and punchier and quicker. And on top of that, I'm still doing all the new work all at the same time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating in the action. And oh, fuck. Are you fucking serious? 1 second. There's someone at my window, and I apologize. 1 second. Oh, man. Keep doing something at the window here. Patrick!
Now he's with the bus in the background.
Oh, they're going down there.
Sorry about the interruption. So everything you're seeing I'm doing in real time live. Lately I've been too busy to do anything. So getting things together is my main goal right now, but I put my life into it, and I could be doing something else. I could be like, collecting beer bottles or something. I'd make more money, and I'm not even joking. There's this whole thing in Canada right now on CBC radio where they're doing a thing called Appreciate Your Music Teacher Award, and they're asking students and teachers to make a video of music and like, let's celebrate musicians and teachers. And I'm like, celebrate them? Maybe you should pay them instead of celebrating them. It's not funny. Yeah, but seriously, you could pay them, So I put my life into this 8 billion frickin' hours, and then I look at my PayPal on Saturday and it's like, you have made $3. I'm not joking either, so everything's appreciated. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. I'm just putting it out there. Monica, thank you very, very much. And don't forget to subscribe and like and share. And you can come and enjoy Frankie, but don't just come here for Frankie. Come here for meeting new friends, you know? For to make a new friend, as Ricky would say from the Trailer Park Boys. Do everything the opposite of what I say, do, and think, and you'll be successful in life. So drive your car, go make aluminum foil or like plastic siding, or go to McDonald's and everything, and ignore musicians. Bass Guy loves you, no fear. I wonder why. Did you enjoy this video? Well, then
Check out my website,
over here,
and you can also
click over here to check out a cool video, and to subscribe to the Bass Guy Show, click here. Bass Guy loves you, no fear.
Hi BJ, party is finished.